my name is Natalie Howard. I'm giving a speech from the movie Barbie. It's by the character Gloria, which is played by America Ferrera. America Ferrera's character Gloria is supposed to represent the women in the real world and in the diversities and challenges that they face on a day-to-day life. Gloria herself is a spunky, funny, fun, and energetic character, and she is a Latina single mom who works as an assistant for the CEO of Mattel, which creates Barbie. So Gloria overhears Barbie talking to the CEO of Mattel, and her and Barbie go back to Barbie world from the real world. And they discover while they were gone that all the Kens took over Barbie world and are creating a patriarchy where the other Barbies are brainwashed and submitting to all these other Kens. And obviously Barbie's upset because she doesn't feel like she's pretty anymore. All her friends are brainwashed and she's just very confused, and she just doesn't feel pretty. She feels ugly. She doesn't feel like she's stereotypical Barbie anymore. And so Gloria gives her a pep talk, and she talks to her about how hard it is and how hard it is to meet these expectations that society puts up for women in the real world, and that's how Barbie is challenging and facing those right now. So this is going to be that speech. It is so hard to be a woman. You are so beautiful and so smart, and it kills me that you don't think you're good enough. Like, you have to be extraordinary, but somehow we're always doing it wrong. You have to be thin, but not too thin. And you can't say that you want to be thin. You have to say you want to be healthy, but you also have to be thin. You have to have money, but you can never ask for money because that's crass. You have to be a boss, but you can't be mean. You have to lead, but you can't shut down other people's ideas. You're supposed to love being a mother, but don't talk about your kids all the damn time. You're supposed to be a career woman, but always look out for other people. You have to answer for men's bad behavior, which is insane, but if you point that out, you're accused of complaining. You have to stay pretty for men, but not so pretty that you tempt them or threaten other women because you're part of the sisterhood. But always be grateful and always stand out. But don't forget that the system is rigged, and find a way how to acknowledge that, but always be grateful. You can never get old, you can never be mean, you can never show off, you can never be selfish, you can never fall down, you can never fail, you can never show fear, you can never get out of line. It's too hard, it's too contradictory, and nobody ever gives you a medal or says thank you, and turns out not only are you doing everything wrong, but everything is your fault. I'm so tired of watching me and every single other woman try to make people like us. And if everything is true for a doll that is supposed to represent women, then I don't even know. So after Gloria gives this speech, Barbie kind of realizes what she's been missing and what she's been confused all along, which is she's never going to be meeting people's expectations in the real world because they're impossible. Another Barbie, who was also in the same room at the time, kind of snaps out of the brainwashing spell that the Kens had put on the other Barbies. And so pretty much the rest of the movie, Gloria goes around giving similar smaller speeches to the other Barbies in Barbie Land about how the other diversity is the one face and how challenging it is to be a woman, and all of them kind of get out of this brainwashing after Gloria talks to them, and at the end all the Barbies are free and they're not brainwashed by the Kens anymore, and so they take back over Barbie Land and eventually overthrow the Kens, and Gloria and Barbie go back to the real world where Gloria continues being a mentor for Barbie, and that's pretty much where the story ends. The reason Gloria's speech was so important and so monumental, the reason I wanted to do it, because I remember watching her speech and being so moved and so touched by it, because it is something that a lot of women face, and it is something that a lot of women go through by not being able to fit into certain molds and being able to fit into certain kind of categories where they're not like this enough, or they are this, but there's something else, kind of like a fine print. So that was the reason I wanted to give that speech, and that speech is just really important to me, and I love how much emotion America Ferrera like puts into that speech, and how much character in general is in that speech, and how like much meaning is in it as well. And it's a really important speech to me, and I'm glad I was able to talk about it. That's it.